All right, guys, I am excited. I am Stephanie Dunn. This is my husband, Joel Dunn.
Hello.
I'm actually going to let him share a little bit of our story and how we got started because we have had so many new people come in. Sometimes we forget that people have never even heard our story. So I want you guys to hear that. And I think it kind of comes in play with really teaching people, been in 12 years, what messaging and what cold calling or green light messaging can do the right way. So, will you share a little bit of our story?
Okay, guys. So, like Steph said, it's been 12 years. So, when we got started, there was no such thing as social media. Social media was basically MySpace.
Mhm.
So, we found out this actually went on in our friend's basement because we were trying to see, we're in the process of filing for bankruptcy, losing our franchises, losing our rental properties. And we were standing in line and food lines at churches just so that we would have enough money left over. And so Steph really needed to get her hair done because she, hadn't had it done in a while. And when we went, the girl that we saw had had amazing results from the wrap. And Steph asked, "Well, what did you do?" And she said, "It's this crazy wrap thing." So no social media post. We were somewhere physically where a girl put the wrap on us. I said it wasn't going to work. Steph was like, "I don't care. I'll get skinny for 45 minutes for $25." Put it on. We both saw incredible results. And then she said the kiss of death for Steph. She said, "Oh, it's one of those pyramid things." And I was like, "Oh, we're going to be so rich." And the reason why is because I completely believe in this business model. It's absolutely amazing. And Steph was really skeptical because we had done those things before and she didn't want to do another one. But what we knew was that the product worked, people would want it, and not enough people knew about it.
Mhm.
So that's where we were. God took this opportunity and put it right in our lap, kind of like he did for you. So my question is what is your story that you're sharing? For us, that was 12 years ago, but that food line is something that we still feel like we're standing in all the time, in a place that we never want to get back to. So if that's where you're at right now, know that you have hope because you have the opportunity to do something to instantly add money with these fast starts and these success bonuses right now to get you out of where you're currently at.
So I wanted him to share the story, you guys, because here's the thing. I wish somebody would have shared with me an opportunity to earn income sooner. And so that comes with what we're going to be talking about tonight. Green light messaging. What is that? It's taking a chance and messaging while you're building up those other platforms. So maybe you haven't had a reel go viral. Has anybody not had any videos yet go viral? Drop a one in the comments because I think this Zoom is going to be for you. And I still feel like I haven't had anything go viral, but that doesn't mean that you can't have success outside of those platforms. It's just another platform.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want you to really think tonight, how bad do you want this? Do you want this? And I think one of the things that we need to get over when we're talking about green light messaging or the right message is we put this fear of, well, I don't want to be that annoying person, because that was me. I'm not going to lie. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a network marketing thing. Those people are crazy. But I do believe that there's a way that we can get into the inbox of people and actually tell them and share with them a huge opportunity that people don't know. I saw a couple messages that people didn't even know, still don't know about the wrap. So we haven't done a very good job of getting inside and opening the door for conversation. So, opening your message with the right message matters. So I actually wrote down notes, you guys, because I was like, I'm taking this serious for you because I am just like head down, do the work. I don't really look sideways. But, if you look on Facebook after you get off tonight, you can see where there's a green circle, green light messaging. Now, I don't want you to get discouraged. Don't think, oh, just because they have the green light on that they're going to answer immediately. But that's kind of the green light means go. So what I want you to do is have this courage to just look at them and just be like, you know what, I'm going to message them and just say, hey, I know this might sound crazy, but I've been watching you for a while and I have an opportunity with a couple new things that I have. Are you open for conversation? Those are how I talk to people, because I think when we open the door of, are you open for conversation? I've been watching you for a while. I don't know if you've seen what I'm up to, but I've had a lot of changes. People are like curious. They're like, okay, I want to know. So with that, the right message works, but what does your page represent? Is your page showing, before and after pictures? Is your page showing you having fun? Is your page showing you're so excited that you were able to put a full tank of gas in right now when it's mine stopped at $100 a day. So I was like, I don't know who doesn't need extra money right now. But I was just like, I wanted to just feel like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. So showing, I have an opportunity to show you how you can fill up your gas tank. So little things like that. And maybe you are new and you're like, I don't even know, but I feel like ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. So if you've been in a while, you may think, I don't know it all, or I need to know everything. And the great thing is you don't, because when I got started, there wasn't, like Joel said, we didn't use social media. And so what I did was I literally was like, I need to call my best friend. So I want you guys to write this down, kind of your chicken list too, on type of Greenlight, because I really believe that you plant a seed, or when you're messaging somebody, it's in good intention. It's not to do harm, right? You are so excited about an opportunity that you believe in them so very much. And that's kind of the attitude when going in there, just being like, you know what, I'm taking a shot at it. I'm going to do this. But I called up my best friend and I was like, you are not even going to believe this. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I tried this product and it worked and I'm super excited. You need to do this with me. And so she was like, okay, what are we doing? And I'm like, I don't really know, but you're going to get the discount and we're going to make some money along the way. And that's literally what I did.
And guys, it wasn't like she got her friend in and then instantly they got to jump on and post a picture on social media or do a host to post or ask somebody for a host to post. They actually went to a strip mall and walked into businesses and asked people and went down neighborhoods and knocked on doors. Do you guys remember back in the day when people used to go knocking on doors and you'd actually open the door and there'd be somebody there asking you to buy magazines or skinny wraps? Yeah, that's what they got to do to start their business. How many of you would be absolutely terrified to go out in public and talk to somebody? Drop a 2 in the comment, because it's a lost art. It's one of the things that we miss doing since social media. Do you guys know how many expo events, school events are open and available for you to go do booths at, because of the fact getting out in public is a lost art? And the people that find that and figure that out the fastest are going to be the ones that have the biggest teams, I believe, in the next 5 years.
Well, and that's not even Greenlight messaging, but it's just another way for you guys to get access to more people. So I'm going to answer your questions in this chat tonight because it's just me and Joel and we have a little bit more time. So what is Greenlight messaging? I see a few of you getting on a little bit late. So Greenlight message is just going on Facebook and you see the circle, and you can even do this on Instagram. You can see people that are on. If you are going to be consistent with this business, a few key ways to have the more opportunity to do Greenlight is, are you doing stories daily? Are you showing what you're using? Are you making the coffee? Are you showing where you're at, what the weather is like today? You're going into Target. Maybe you don't even buy anything in Target, but you just go in there and you take some videos. I need you to challenge yourself to do some content creation so that you can put in stories so that people will watch it. And that is an open door. If they're watching your stories, I'm clicking on you to see if your part of it works on your page. If not, you're going to get a message from me. And some of you might be part of it works and I can't even tell, and you've probably gotten a message from me. And so I want you to know that, I am not too proud to message, because I think back of when I wish somebody would have asked me about this, shared the opportunity with me, and I don't want to leave any stone unturned. And so this is for people that are afraid to message. Maybe you feel like you've messaged so many, or you don't want to wait till videos go viral and you're growing your network. you've got to be consistent. Sometimes it takes 7 times before you're going to get somebody to do it. You know how many people have been on unread for me, but I consistently, I'm like, you know what? I'm probably driving you crazy, but I see something in you and I believe in you. So that's something that, even the number one earner, I feel like, why wouldn't you take a shot and partner with a number one earner? But that doesn't mean they don't like me or they don't do it. They just maybe aren't quite ready yet, but I'm not going to dig out that seed and throw it away. I'm going to keep watering it. I'm going to keep watering it. I'm going to keep watering it. And you never know when that timing is right.
I love what you've got on here, Sam. Basically, you messaged an It Works person by accident because she didn't have any posts up about her business. So I want you guys to think about that. Mm-hmm. Do you want to have another It Works person reach out to you and ask you to be a distributor because they don't know, because they can't tell by your timeline?
Well, and there's a couple different ways, because some of you like to be like discreet and be like, curious, and you're in your stories. And so there is different ways of marketing that way. So I can appreciate that. But I also, on my page, you may see gummies, you may see before and after pictures. You're going to see a little mix of everything if you scroll down. And I'm proud of all of that. Majority of more so maybe in like stories and stuff. But I want you to know, like, don't be afraid to message people. If you think that they're a It Works person, like, they're a It Works person. I think that's the main thing, is like, who cares if you've messaged them? Just be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. All the new stuff that's out there, right?
Speaking of that,
getting customers. I had a post, you guys, had a post pull up. So you got to make sure you're doing all of the things.
But one of the things that I wanted to point out that she said that I hope you didn't miss: don't wait for a post to go viral or a video to go viral or for somebody to respond to you. Mm-hmm. Be proactive and active and continue to go after. That's one of the things that Stephanie's always done. She's never just sat around and waited for a response. The easiest example that I could give is back in the day. I mean, you still probably get flooded with junk mail. Mm-hmm. Junk mail is designed to capture less than 1% of people that actually open it up, read it, and respond to it. That's what putting a post out there and not messaging is like. You're just sitting and waiting for a return. So like when Steph's doing it, she's actively messaging, actively asking every single day. She's not doing something and then waiting for somebody to ask a question to respond to. She's out and attacking the day.
One of the things that I think we used to talk about, and I might have even said this on the Zoom last week or one of the weeks, was, if you do a post and people are commenting an Instagram story or whatever, and you see people's eyes on it, do you think they're ready to do something immediately? Because I know when I'm ready immediately. So I've gone back and forth. We've waited on, getting a host to post up, and then waiting on, maybe messaging. But people are ready right now. So your turnover, if you message them immediately, is going to be a higher rate of return. And that's what we want. So we want to make sure that you're doing the work smart. So sometimes just to get a host to post up, that's fine. But if people are commenting, if they actually put the post up for you, be ready to respond if they're starting to comment. Same thing if you're messaging people, make sure that you immediately respond to them. Get out the messages, but then I'm going back to and having a conversation right away if I can. So I think, what you all need to know is, with this, it's another avenue for you to not wait. And I think that some people out there think that messaging is a bad thing. It's a bad way to do it. It's spammy. And it is spammy if you're like, hey girl, and you go and list all these products. Like, that's what I'm proud of you for, getting the message out. Okay. So that's a huge step, but I want us to do more of a reel, like take a minute to go and look at their page and be like, hey, I don't know, I've really been following you, kind of been stalking you a little bit. And I really think you would be awesome at something I do. Would you be open to that? And so I take a minute. So maybe I see their mom, like, hey, I know kids are expensive. Have you ever thought about bringing an extra income to your family? Think of what would you be thinking if you were in their shoes. And then there's collections on your Facebook. So if you're messaging and you look at some of the people that are on your friends list, make sure that you're, highlighting those people that you want to see first in your feed so that you can start to interact with them. Because guess what? If you go and interact on their page, they're more likely to see stuff that you're doing pop up on their page. So when you are going and messaging these people, they're going to really be like, well, I've been seeing her stuff all over because she's been interacting with me more than not. So you guys can kind of see that too, is I don't necessarily have a set number. I know you guys want that. I know that there's like, I want this pretty little box of like, I want to message 10 people or do 20 or 100. I have a little bit different mindset. Do you guys want to hear the mindset of somebody that's been number one for 7 or 8 years now? I don't even know, but like it's top of their game. I'm not just telling you guys this stuff to tell it to you because I don't do this stuff. But my mindset is when I want something, I'm going to do it no matter what it takes. And there's a book about that. And I think those are the things that, why I do messaging, because I'm not waiting around. Now I've grown a big network, and that's something that you need to do as well. But say that you're just getting started. You all have a phone, right? You probably have a lot of phone numbers in there that you can just message and be like, hey, I know I've asked you before. You can message them, or maybe you've never asked them or sent them a message to do something for you.
Here's a perfect example of what Steph means by that. So when we have leadership retreats and we have people in groups, Steph has been known to tell everybody to swap phones and go through and start messaging people.
And we do the green light messages.
And we do green light messages that way, because what most people don't realize is they haven't actually asked the people in their phone. Because once you have to hand over your phone and somebody doesn't know who you've messaged and who you haven't messaged, and they just go randomly through and start asking questions, we get people signing up customers and distributors left and right because of the fact that we know that everyone, us included, have those people that we're just too afraid to ask, or we don't think that we pre-disqualify them.
Our assistant on here,
yep.
the look of
panic. The look of panic everyone gets when we have them do that.
It is so like you take the stress off your shoulders, right? When you have somebody else's phone, you're like, I don't know. I'm just going to message you. There's a green lights on right now in Messenger. I'm going to message those people or whatever that is on Facebook. So yes, you can message everybody on Facebook. But if there's a green light, they're more likely they're on immediately, and they're going to look in that inbox, just like a text, right? So that's the idea of why you would want to start there first. But I also am not opposed to going through and continually messaging people. I think I messaged a few on here. Let me see if they're even responded. Nope. I did 10 people even before I got on here they might have done the business like 10 years ago. So many things have changed. So, maybe you've been in for a while and you haven't reached out to people that you knew of prior, or even customers. And you can be like, this company is so different than I'm with. I have to tell you about it. And, the company's name isn't changed, but man, has the faces changed and the product have changed, and the way that we get paid changed, and all of the bonuses.
The products that are coming are going to change, and all of your paychecks.
And the products that are coming are going to change. So here's the deal is if you can get out more of these green light messages every single day, you're going to have more people to actually follow up with when the product drops. And you can reach out to them and be like, hey, I know I messaged you before. I'm super excited. This new product came out and you were one of the first that I knew. Yes.
That's a good one.
I didn't read it.
So basically Teresa was asking, because green light messages include people that you don't know.
Yes.
So how do you respond when somebody says, do I know you?
I would just say, maybe not. Like there's all different ways. Like maybe we're supposed to meet. I don't know. I just wanted to ask you a question on business opportunity. Maybe this was God's way of putting us together. Whatever I think is on your heart. Like, no, I don't know every single person that I'm reaching out to. There's a lot of people that I'm strangers with or whatever. But if they message you, there's a reason they messaged you. There's something going on that they actually asked you the question. So I would just take it as a good way, like, no, not yet, but I have something for you. I don't know if you know what I do, but this is what I do. Have you ever thought about making extra money? So there's ways that you can share a little bit about that.
Guys, I can't tell you how many inboxes I get a day for opportunity meetings or for influencer things, people just asking. And guess what? It's not even the company asking, it's people asking for somebody. hey, Dave wanted me to inbox you because he's got an opportunity for you.
Mhm.
I get like 5 or 6 of those a day. Those are things that you can be doing too. You can say, hey, I have an opportunity for you from XYZ. Let me know if you're interested.
Mhm. Rachel, this is a good question. I know that there isn't a perfect script, but what do you say when people are interested? How do you take the convo? So,
I love that because I know Rachel's a closer. So she's asking for all of your help.
well, and I think that this is exciting. So if they're like they are interested, I'm like, okay, what's your phone number? Because if it's in the message, I probably don't have their phone number. So I try to get their phone number immediately and take the conversation off of Messenger into my text. Because if anything ever happens to Facebook, now I have them as a lead. So that's a good question to start it out. So bring it over to start the convo in a text. And then I say, okay, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. There's no wrong or right answer. It's just to get an idea of where you're at. So the first question I ask, and I put it right up front, is have you ever heard of It Works or any of the product? And that's just an open conversation because I want to know, because you guys, there are so many people that have never heard of it, or they're like, I might have heard about it. Maybe you've got coffee.
Oh, I've got
No, I don't know
I've got statistics on that.
any, I haven't heard anything on that. So I'm like, okay, if they haven't, I'm always like, you haven't? We've been around for 21 years. Like, that's a good sign. That means probably the people that you're in contact with have never heard that. So what a great way to make some money from people that don't even know about it. We are a health and wellness company. We have, I don't even know. I think by the end of adding this 70 plus products that we're going to have, 24, 25 new products are coming. 5 will be dropped on the 23rd. So depending on the way that they actually answer, if they're like, yes, I've heard of it, I'm like, okay, well, recently, just over the last 6 months, this company has done a complete 180. There's a new CEO. There's new ways to get paid. We're adding 5 new products. We've added new products. So, um, you know, depending on that, I kind of make sure that they know this. The main thing is opening the door of, are you actually looking to make some extra money? Because we have a huge opportunity right now where you can be any rank and actually earn a bonus and multiple bonuses. And I like to say that because most companies, you have to be a certain rank to earn a bonus. With the success bonus, you can be a distributor and hit the rank. I am more money driven, so I'm always talking about money. And that's just something that I want to have them see the success. So I'm going to speak that over them a little bit more. So I'm like, okay, well, what would be your goal? $500. Worst case scenario, you could stop this business, but that's not my goal. I want you to have success. It goes two ways. So this is the one time that you could use me. You're going to get started with a $149 kit. This is what it comes with. Let's get you your first $500 in that first week. How's that sound? So, I feel like the more information you can get, the better, because you can direct the conversation. Newbies are like, oh my God, I don't even know where to start, right? That's where you guys feel like you need to lean on scripts. But this is where you can lean on the person that enrolled you or your team page. I don't think we utilize that enough, or inbox them and be like, okay, I'm really going for it. I want help and I'm going to start doing green light messaging. I'm doing the videos. I'm doing all the things, but I'm afraid I'm not going to have the right answer. Will you be there for me? And that person will be there for you and will help walk you through it. You guys, I get double diamonds, diamonds, all different ranks messaging me like, can you help me answer this? And they'll screenshot the conversation. And I love that. And it's not a script. It's like exactly what I would be saying in that moment to them. So I really want to make sure you do that. I love that our assistant's in there too. Potential distributor group is a great source of info. Yes, if you guys have that a page, you can always do that.
Well, and the corporate page too, you guys should really be utilizing the Road to VIP page. You need to look that up and get added to it, because that's where you'll find the Sunday night Zooms. You'll see all of the weekly trainings. You'll see all of the things that are coming, but it's also a great community to ask questions and get them answered, because there's so many people in there that are actively working all the time that you should be able to get just about any question answered there if you don't have direct access to your upline all the time.
Thought we were going to get done at 8:30, but these questions are really good. Do you guys want me to answer some of these questions for you? If you do, will you drop a 1 so I can see if you want me to answer some of these? because I feel like they're kind of good. Okay. Marissa, I see you. Here's something. Yes, we know. Okay. Now I got to scroll back up. So no more ones. Hold on. I saw a good question. Where did it go? Okay. I'm going to watch. If you guys really want your question answered, re-ask it so it pops down towards the bottom. But there's a couple of reasons I'm talking about messaging for you guys is I want you to do all the things, but I don't want you to wait. I also want you to the more that you do it, the better you get. Even if you've messaged them 7 times, your wording is going to get better. You're just going to feel more confident. If you're using the product and you've gotten new before and after pictures and you've messaged this person 6 months ago, are you a different person than you were 6 months ago? You need to make sure you're screaming that from the rooftops. You know, do you have 15 minutes this week? I have an opportunity for you to make extra money from your phone, and there's no obligations, but I'd love for you to watch 15 minutes. That is what the corporate VIP page is doing. So you can push them that way. So you can give them the time that works from them, because every 15 minutes, corporate has that live stream going on the It Works HQ page. So you can send them over, but make sure that you watch some of it so you know what they're talking about, and then follow up. Say, hey, I'm going to have you watch it. Then I'm going to follow up. So the moment that you watch it, let me know so I can see if you're interested in that. So your goal should be get 5 to 10 people on that. Again, that can be with messaging, that can be with a text message, but the only way to get people to something is if you ask them and you continue to ask them. So I think that is kind of the mindset that I've always had is I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm not talented in a lot of things, but I'm talented in things that I've focused my strength in that. So I know that the products work. I love the product. It's changed my life. I know that the business works, that there's money to be made on all levels. And why wouldn't I share that opportunity with somebody, especially knowing that I needed it so bad? So I want to make sure you guys know that there's people out there praying specifically for something, and it could be you if you open that door. So be faithful in that, knowing that you're getting out the information and the right person's going to come. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I haven't had a potential distributor yet. A lot of it is confidence and knowing I'm going to get a distributor today, having the confidence, knowing, you know, are you using the product? Have you had success with the product? You know, that will build it up. And then just reach out to some people that you might trust to and say, hey, do you know anybody that's looking for extra money? I have an opportunity for them. Another great tool is what It Works is doing is swinging that back. If you're not confident in talking about the business yet, you guys, that is a great way to lead your potentials too, because they do the work for you. They're confident in the product packs. They're confident in the product. They're confident in the business. The excitement is there. And so what I did when I was scared and like sweaty pits and like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I leaned on the meetings. Like I wanted to make sure people were there because they knew what they were talking about. And I didn't really know yet. Like I just knew I was excited and I have a huge opportunity. So, you know, sometimes less is more in those messages like, oh my God, I just stumbled upon the craziest business opportunity idea. If you're interested, I'd love to share it with you. You can give me your honest opinion, you know, good, bad, all of it. I just need your opinion. Will you help me out? And people love to give their opinion. So they may give their opinion on that. But I think the idea is, again, just having that confidence to be like, okay, I'm going to message people. You guys, I don't go and just message 5 people. I'm going to message until I feel like I get one or something, because
Stephanie will message people until she gets one. It doesn't matter the number of people that she messages.
I've never let that bother me, but I also have never set my goal on I'm only going to message 10 people. I don't give myself a limit because you are really limitless. Like I want you guys to go above and beyond what you can do. So I want a goal. I don't want to just sell myself short. So 4 and 1 is good, but I want more than 4 and 1. So what are we going to do that? And I think that's really why I wanted to kind of knock it out with, you guys have heard a lot on TikTok, on Instagram Reels. Those are also important, building your network. The next Zoom that we're going to be doing is how to create stories, how to utilize and create stories and the fonts and the apps that are needed to see and act like a professional. And I think that's something a lot of us, for me, I'm like, I don't know. I have some
Mhm.
of basic things and people ask me how to do stories. I'm like, really? Like, you want to know from me? I'm just so basic. But I think sometimes we just need a few of those things that we can do. But I know that connecting the dots, doing all the things is just going to lead you guys to have even more success on that.
Guys, what this ultimately boils down to is asking. We've talked about this before, the difference between suggesting and asking. You may think you're asking people to be customers, you may think you're asking people to be distributors, but unless you're getting an outright answer of yes or no, or even a maybe, if you're not getting an answer, you're not asking, you're just suggesting. So, like I've said in the past, you need to become an asshole. And
Mhm.
so the other one that I'm going to keep on that one is you need to get your asking gear and start asking as many people as you can, because you don't know, the next person that you talk to could be the one that changes your entire business. We talk about that all the time, is you never know who that next diamond could be on your team, because you don't know what people are going through. When we were going through what we were going through, Steph always says we didn't look like dirty, trashy people going through bankruptcy, like we felt dirty and evil and ha ha ha. But we looked like successful business owners because we had a house, we had rental properties, and we had businesses. But the fact of the matter is that we were drowning because of the economic collapse,
Mhm.
and nobody knew or thought to ask us.
Mhm.
So just be confident with what you have. And even if you don't have confidence, if you just ask, God will put the right people in your way for you to help, who can also help you.
I see a lot of this message on here is I haven't got a potential yet. I haven't got a DT yet. And I don't want you guys to think that you can't do this, because you can do this. And it's one of those things like, who enrolled you? Go to them and go, I need to sign up a distributor. I need all the help I can get. If they aren't in it, then go to your team page and be like, okay, my sponsor's gone. Like, I have orphans that I take in. I feel like, and so that's something that, how can we help you get that distributor in? How can we help you grow your business? Now, you're not in business by yourself, or you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So there's sidelines here that really want to help you. We want to have all the success in the world. Um, but I think projecting on your Facebook, on your Instagram, the things that you want, you're going to attract the right people too. And this was something that you guys are going to see a little bit more from me. As I told people, you're going to see more stories, more of everything. Is just because I maybe didn't post for 2 weeks in a row, like I was silent on there, doesn't mean that I don't do work behind the scenes. But what that did was it made people question some things, like, well, what's going on with staff? And my sister is the one that called me out in that and was like, you used to just, your whole life was out there always on everything. And so if it's a window of 2 weeks, then what happens? And so that's what I was like, well, I got to go back to just being in your face, because especially now people just don't know. So um, you
I think
have
these
to
last
be.
two right here were golden from Jeannie. Grow your network to as close to 5,000 people as you can. You will never run out of people to talk to.
No, you
Guys,
won't.
it's always about how many people can you meet in, what
Well,
was it? How many people can you meet when you're walking down the street?
yeah. And here's the thing, guys. This was more about green light messaging and getting your messages out. This wasn't a Zoom on growing your network. There's a lot of other Zooms on. Specifically, I want to break these down so you can go, okay, I want to watch a Zoom on growing my network. I've got the green light messaging down. Now I need more people to message. Or you feel like you've already messaged them once. That's not enough. Like, how many times can you reach out? Your messages are going to get better. We've got new product, maybe the new product they're going to be interested in. So there's this constant, like, it's like this full circle of, you got to grow your network. You got to do the reels, the Facebooks, what's going to draw them in. So maybe it's a recipe on reels or Facebook. and TikTok or whatever to grow your network so that you have more people to message or to green light message. So, I could go on and on about this all night long, but the idea was don't wait around while you're doing those things is mainly the thing. So green light messaging is just one of those avenues. If you want to get out in front of people and actually go talk to them because you're so hyped up about all the new things that are coming that they could make $4,000 at any rank in this business, why the heck wouldn't you do that? Like me and Joel just got back from Florida a week, 8-9 days of being down there, and all of the things that they're going to lay out and are laying out for us is just incredible. And we have such an amazing opportunity that I didn't want you guys to leave a stone unturned. So that's why we talked about the messaging. So I don't know what else was on there, but really, I see Amanda on here. She was down there with us too. And it just made our heart feel good to be around people and know corporate's got our back. They're going to continue to do it. But the people that are out in front doing the messaging, doing all the things are going to have the most success. So I'm not too proud to message. I know Amanda's another messenger too. So throwing her not under the bus, but she's in the top 5 and she still messages. So who are you going to follow? Somebody that says, oh, that doesn't work, or I'm never going to message. I'm not that type of person. Well, I think your top 5, if some of us are actually messaging and we're making that kind of income, wouldn't you want to try it? Like, that's what I would want to do. So I'm going to leave you on that. I'm going to challenge you all tonight to go in and message people. Just be excited. Don't be a script. You can even voice message, do whatever your heart desires. Be excited. If you're an excited person, if you got to like pump up the music for a minute before you just message people and be like, I'm doing this, put a smile on your face. Let's do that right now. I'm going to end this call because it drives Joel nuts crazy. And I want you all right now to smile, and we're going to hold it for 30 seconds. Okay. So everybody smile, just keep smiling. Just keep smiling. I promise you it's going to get better. Keep smiling, keep smiling. Joel's not a smiler. So I'm like, keep smiling, keep smiling. And then you're going to go read that message and you're going to get distributors, you're going to get potentials. But how did that make you feel, you guys? Did that change every part of you by just smiling? And so do that, amp yourself up. I don't care. I do that. I know that it makes me feel good. And you guys are going to have an amazing week. Prepare for the next couple of weeks of what's coming, but we're going to get you guys all up and going. And Joel, I'm going to have you close out in prayer, and then we're going to see you guys next Monday. Actually, put those smiles back on. I always forget. I'm like, somebody's going to get a picture and I don't. So smile again. All right, guys, make sure you're doing that too, so that you can show this, like, you need to be part of this. Like, this is what I want you for. So Noel, I see your baby. Hi guys. Anyway. All right, Joel, I'm going to have you close this out.
Dear Father, thank you. Just amazing group of people. Just ask that you would bless them this week, help them to go out and do amazing things and change lots of lives. I just ask that you would overflow abundance on them, give them the right messages, the right words to say to help them get the things that they're looking for through this business that you've put in their life. We thank you for everything that you do. Protect them and keep them safe. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, guys, have an amazing week. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
See you guys.